Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Welcome in if you're new. Yeah, I just came in. I'm in at a different time. The lighting is really weird, but thanks for being here. I have been gone for a little bit because as all the directives have been telling us, fill your own cup so you got something to give when you come out to the world. So that's what I've been doing. I got lost for about 3 weeks, but I'm back. Y'all, we got some stuff to talk about, but today I've got 5 decks in front of me. I have been doing a lot of readings while I was out, and we're going to pull one card from each deck, okay, and just kind of see what's going on, what in the world is going on out there. I mean, all of us know that there's a whole lot of shaking going on in the planetary 3D realm. There's also a lot of astro stuff. Some of you might know that too. A lot of planetary configurations that we've never seen before and we won't again. So we're all kind of going through it, okay? Just know that. We're all in it together. Here at the lair, it's a Thor day. It's Thursday. It is, what's the date, y'all? It's the 9th of January, 2025. I can't, it's so surreal for me because I'm like ancient, you know. I was born in the 60s, so this is pretty cool to be here. Okay, with all that said, y'all, okay, it's been years and years since I worked with tarot cards, but I do have a deck that has been serving me really well for the last several weeks, and I'm going to go ahead and pull one from the Rider-Waite. I'm also going to pull a card from the Power of the Elements Oracle deck, possibly Starcode's Astro Oracle, definitely Sacred Rebels Oracle, and obviously the Grace card deck. So we got a little bit to get into. I do want to give one note. In just a few days, we've got a pretty big full moon coming up. It's not only on the Julian. If you're in the vicinity of the United States, it's going to fall on a Monday, which is ruled by the moon. So not only do you have a full moon, it's rolling through. Heaviest peak energies are on a Monday. Of course, that's an assignment. And it's in Cancer. Oh, so it's like triple indemnity. We are all going to be emotional. Over emotional maybe, so you might be quick to be emotional, so just watch that for yourself, but also please have some patience with yourself, but also have patience with the people around you and people that you interact with anywhere, because they're all in this energy too, so they're going to be feeling the same kind of deal. And I mean, at least one of us in the equation needs to be abreast of that information so that we can at least on our side keep our stuff together, so that there's no unwarranted or unnecessary roughness, unwarranted exacerbations, unnecessary roughness. Okay, that's as simple as it gets. Now, I did just go through all of the decks. I did my pre-reading, and then I also went back through all the decks and shuffled them pretty well, but I'm feeling the need to do a little shuffling on this one, so I'm going to do that, and we'll just see what comes out. Hopefully we just get one succinct message from each deck, so this reading won't go on all day. Yeah. But if a couple pop up, we'll take them and we'll see what they want to tell us. And I just want to thank Spirit for being here with us, and to just say that, you know what, we're being supported. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of drama in the arena right now, and look, the best thing you can do is really start going into your own lives, okay? Stop making a huge connection between what is happening out there and what is happening in your world, okay? All right, well, we got the 5 of Cups coming out for us, and the 4 of Pentacles. Let's just finish this shuffle and see if anything else comes out. Thanks again for being here, y'all. Alright, that one's the 8 of Swords and the World. Alright, I feel like we're supposed to stop right there at the bottom of the deck. Now here at the bottom of the deck, it's not what you don't see coming. For me, it means like the underlying theme of this mini read in this deck. Horatio! Okay, the sun. So that's illumination, but that's also the spark of life, the generation of all living things. So we are being supported, and we are also being given some extra illumination right now, okay? And you know, sometimes when information is illuminated for us, it's not something that we're prepared for, or it may not be something you want to hear, but it's something that's necessary for you to know. So just take that in and work with it. Be thankful that you have that information, because without it, you're really just wandering through the dark, okay? We don't wander through the dark because we've got the sun on our side. All right, y'all, I'm just going to show you these cards real quick. We got a 5, we got a 4, we've got an 8, and we have an 11. I love that. Look, I'm going to do this just so I don't get censored. There's your world card at the end there. So that's, you know, the outcome of all of the amalgamation of all of these cards. So the first one we got was 5 of Cups. We got the 4 of Pentacles. And we got the 8 of Swords. All right, so now the 8 of Swords, you know the history there. If you know the tarot at all, it's like she's got a lot of stuff going on. She feels entrapped. She feels bound. She feels limitation, which could be Saturn's influence right now, okay? But it's our job to look beyond that, because beyond that is her feet are not bound. Her feet are not bound, and whether she's constructed this little cage of swords or not, she can go. She can go. So just remember that you are free and you are being supported. Your way is being illuminated. Okay, so you just have to have faith in your own journey. And then I don't remember these 2 cards, so I'm just going to look them up real quick. Okay, that's what we're doing here. So we got the 5 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Okay, now we were talking earlier this season about how everybody's being urged to let stuff go. You know, there's a lot of stuff that, I mean, naturally, when the calendar changes, you think about, you know, we've been conditioned to think about the stuff that's no longer serving us, and we try to, you know, stop eating as much ice cream as we've been eating, or whatever it is. You're kind of letting stuff go. And what I was telling you earlier, on many previous videos, I'm pretty sure, is that you feel a sense of loss sometimes when you have to cut stuff out. You know, sometimes we feel punished if it's about something like that. If it's about, like, you know, having to have 1 cup of coffee instead of 4, the psyche and the human, you kind of feel like you're being punished. You know, you're not being punished, okay? Because even though you've had to give up some stuff, even though stuff has left your life, go ahead and be sentimental about that if you want to, because it's cathartic, okay? You know, sometimes, I mean, we mourn stuff. We mourn relationships that we know were no good for us, that have passed us by, and we know we're headed to a better place, but we still feel that sense of loss because we're no longer in that learned situation. You know, and even when something's not comfortable, if you're used to it, there is that level of, like, a compatibility, even to something that's not really serving you anymore. But just, you know what, all this guy's got to do is look behind him and realize what he's still got going on, and work from strength. Work with what you've got right now. That's what I'm getting from this. Look, you are not bound by whatever your perceived losses are, okay? You walk yourself out of there. Be free and take what you've got. Look around and tap into your gratitude. And remember that you always have everything that you need. Maybe not everything you want. Even if you're short on money, at this moment you have everything you need to proceed. Okay, so really look around and stop focusing on what you may have lost or what you may have to give up, and focus on what you actually have. Okay, and then we've got the 4 of Pentacles, and I am going to look that one up too. I'm going to keep looking them up until I remember them. Because this is, hey, let me tell you, I give mad respect to tarot readers. Not only do they do, I mean, I do little mini readings. They do it for 12 signs. I mean, it's insane the work they do. So mad respect to all my beautiful tarot readers out there. I don't claim to be one. I just, the cards call and I want to answer. And I love this deck. This is the original deck. I also had the Aquarian deck when I was reading back in the day. So 4 Pentacles. And this is the same thing. This is exactly the same thing. Work with what you've got. Now, I've heard a lot of different variations on the meaning of this card, but with everything right here and the world and the sun, come on, man. What I'm seeing is you're in a self-imposed situation here by your perception. You know, maybe your situation, you didn't bring that about, which we all do, but we won't go into that, advanced studies. But you're freer than you think you are, okay? And the way to get there, the way to understand that, is to really look around and count your blessings and understand that you do have everything you need in this moment to proceed. And I feel like with this card, it's like taking he's doing this with one of the pentacles. He's grounded his feet on two of the pentacles, which means he's laying claim to what he's got. Okay? He turned around and he's laying claim to what he has, and he's going to take what he's got and he's going to mutate it. He's going to transmute it. He's going to grow it. He's going to, evolve what he has already into what he wants, into more of what he wants, into a bigger situation of opportunity. Okay? And you have all of the necessary support in the universe to do just that. I know she naked. I'm gonna get in trouble. He's almost naked too. I don't know. These cards are a little crazy. Okay? So heads up, hearts up, mind open. Because, as one of the grace cards says, what's ahead of you is far greater than what came before, as long as you keep your head up and believe in yourself. Okay? So it looks to me like I want to go to, this is Power of the Elements Oracle deck, so let's just check in with them and see what's going on. Again, I did pre-shuffle this deck, and this deck is kind of old. Not really, it's kind of old. I probably need to go through and wipe each card down because it really sticks when I shuffle it. I don't really understand why none of the others are doing that. I thought maybe it was the atmosphere, the island atmosphere, but I think I'll go in and just clean these cards. I forgot to do that. Okay, nothing's popping out, so we're just going to look at the bottom of the deck and see the feeling underneath this. Okay, this is I can do this one. This is 29 card, bottom of the deck. Soothe the fire, calm the heat in your life. Okay, and there was a spirit message right before I came on. It's really hard to look away from the big show right now, okay? And but if it's distressing, and if it's keeping you in a state of fear or anxiety or angst, you got to figure out a way to change your focus, move your vision off of that. Because the worst thing that we could do right now is join. The only way to balance out any of what is perceived as negative that's happening out in the universe and out in the world, not in the universe, but out in our 3D situation. I mean, there's a lot of natural disasters happening. A lot of stuff is going on. A lot of people are in distress, and we can all feel it. I'm halfway across the world, and I can feel the anxiety. Okay, but I'm not going to pummel my own psyche 24/7 and ride my own emotions with the visuals of these experiences that I'm not actually having, because the only way that I can help balance the scales back into a sense of hope and prosperity is to not add my set of emotions and my frequency to the already growing and almost all-consuming set of emotions that's already out there rolling around. The best thing that we can do is find a way to tap into our joy and tap into our gratitude. Look around and see what really is supporting you, what you've got going on, and let that fuel your enthusiasm to keep going, your enthusiasm to not go out and change the world, but to make your life the best it can be. Because when we all do that, if we could all do that, things would miraculously change pace in our environment, in our world. Okay? And it's hard to do. It's hard to look away from the wreck. It's hard not to absolutely try and connect with all the stuff that we deem unjust or unjust. It's hard to do when we are riding the back of perceived injustice and perceived chaos. You can't do both. So if you want to help the world at large, soothe the fire in your own life. Get yourself to some sort of homeostasis of, if not happy, happy, joy, joy, at least contentment in the knowing that you're here on purpose. Your journey matters, and so it's important that you focus on you, keeping yourself above water. If we could all focus on keeping ourselves above water, we would be inadvertently helping the collective do the same thing. Okay, so let's see what our card is on top. Okay, this is a soul card, and this is number 20. That last card, what did I say? I think that is it's XXIX. I did look it up. I'm learning, and I know what L is now. It's 50. Okay, thank you very much. So I think that's a 29, which is 11, which is 2. And this is XX, which is 20, which is 2. Okay, so let's look up 2 real quick. Something about the number 2 is calling to us. Okay, striking a balance. I was just talking about that, but we were just talking about that. Harmony. Activate faith in your journey. Okay, we are tapped in today, girls. Okay, so there you go. You can't make that stuff up. I don't make it up. You don't make it up. It's right here in front of us. Receive guidance. Connect with the heart of the earth. You are the heart of the earth. You are connected with this earth. That other dramatics in society, in the 3D world with the other people, that is not real. It's fictitious. Okay, it's in your face, but it is a drama. Okay, I'm here to tell you it is a drama. So if you're gonna watch the horror movie, you're gonna stay scared. You're gonna keep jumping every time something moves. All right, and it's really important for you personally to settle yourself. Get calm. Take your focus off the big picture that isn't serving you, that is making you feel unstable and insecure and fearful, and flip that switch, okay? When you do that, you will receive guidance. You will feel that. You will feel that inkling. You will be able to tap into your intuition. And right now, y'all, that's pretty much all we have as individuals, okay? So let's look this up. Look up this. Receive guidance. All right, let's see if it says anything that jumps out at me. Okay, hello, kitty. Whew. Nature is a fine balance that needs to be maintained for peace and calm to reign. The turmoil in you is reflected in your environment and spreads out to your actions. But when you're in balance, taking guidance from spirit through the heart to direct what you do, to direct your expressions into the world, you make decisions that benefit all, including nature. Okay? That's it. I can stop on that one. So my point is like, let's strike a balance in our own world so that we can be an asset to this collective. The collective needs us right now. You can join the pity party, you can join the scary party, you can join the angst party, but if you're going to do that, the scale is still going to be so out of whack that things are going to have a hard time correcting. Certainly not correcting with a whole lot of stuff, a whole lot of drama. I am going to pull the Star Codes Astro Oracle just to see what kind of energy that we can use to pull ourselves into our own lives, to pull our focus out of what's going on, even though it's very shiny. It's a very shiny object that wants our attention. But the truth is the most valuable thing that we have is our attention, because it creates our reality. Okay, so that's the hook of life. You want to know the secret of life? Well, there you go. You're welcome. All right, so it's important that you take advantage of the energies that are happening right now, certainly celestially, and get happy, get faithful to your own journey. Realize that the drama that's unfolding is absolutely purposeful to keep your focus off your own life. And you know, I don't mean to sound like there's some diabolical force trying to do that, but it kind of is. Okay? The world has been dominated by an energy that absolutely tried to crush the personal spirit, tried to wrangle the personal spirit, when if we could get in touch with our personal spirit, realize how important it is, and focus more on that, that sets us free. And when one of us gets free, others get free. It's contagious. It's just like the fear thing. The fear thing is contagious too. You know? Alright. Nothing's popping out, y'all, so I'm just going to look at the bottom of the deck. Third house, communication. I forgot what the third house is, but they will definitely tell us, and that's the 41 card, which is 5. Okay, let's see what we got. Partnership. Partnership. That's a 31. So that's number 4. That is beautiful. Look, the artwork on this deck is insane. That's basically why I got it, but this deck is almost over my head. Seriously, I've had to do a lot of work with it, and there's a lot more work to be done with it. Let's look up 31 and see what this partnership thing is about. You know, and the thing is even though I'm feeling like I need to say that we need to come into our own, I also want to tell you that you're not alone, and you don't have to go it alone. When you don't join that party, that drama party, the fear monger party, that doesn't leave you out in the cold. There's a ton of energy on the other scale, on the other part of the scale. It doesn't wear glitter, though. There ain't no primary colors over there, so it's not as, you know, okay. So all right, y'all, look. In work and in love, Juno wants you to trust that you can hold steady on your life's path. Kind of the whole idea of this reading so far. And develop equal partnerships. So get in there and wrestle to make the relationship work. Let me look some more here. Be responsible for your own connection to the creative source, spirit, your inner core, your wise self, and your emotions. Don't ask another to carry your heart for you, as it makes it hard to accept their unique path. Live out your ambition through your own work rather than through your mate, children, employees, co-workers, or the world drama. That's all we're saying. All we're saying is give personal peace a chance, man. All right, number 4. I'm gonna look up number 4 for us, because I've been doing a lot of readings. I'm almost weary from readings, and 6 has come up a lot, and so has 4. So, in fact, this came up in my this morning reading. Okay, so building strong foundations, which is going to make you feel more secure. Dive into your own life, shore up your own systems, make sure that you are not being dragged around by the drama of society right now, and that is going to make you feel more stable. That in itself will give you this dynamic frequency of assuredness. Because right now, the bigger vibe that I'm feeling out there in the collective is we scared and we don't know what's coming. And I understand that, of course you don't. Of course, it's all crazy. But you're not crazy. You're not chaotic, not in your natural state. Your natural state is believing in yourself, believing in your journey, being pragmatic enough to understand that if you're here, you're supposed to be here. There is something for you to be doing, but it's not way out there, because you can't do anything out there. You have no leverage when you reach outside yourself. The only leverage you've got is when you keep things together, hold close to the vest, and manage your systems right here in your vicinity. Otherwise, you are not the center of the wheel. You're somewhere on the outside of the wheel, spinning out of control. Okay? Now, the one at the bottom of the deck, I also want to give you that, guys. 41 is number 5, third house communication. Number 5, spirit guides are communicating, and I definitely feel that here. I mean, I had other things to do this afternoon. I got all day to do this reading, but I kept, and so I just changed my gears and I came in here. And you are absolutely what I said. Your freedom lies in the spiritual discovery. So retract your focus from the outside world and do that. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, and also, I don't know why I'm doing this, because I normally wouldn't do it, but third house. I'm going to look up third house. I'm sure some of you already know what the third house is. You know what? It's easier to do it in here. Third house is 41, because this book is great for that. This book is really cool. You'll see when I read it. Make sure I'm plugged in here. Okay, I love this part. Okay, so the third house communication. If your chart were a village map, the third house would represent the local neighborhood, the primary school, and the corner pub. It symbolizes how you learn, communicate, move around in your familiar world based on your sibling-like relationships and the people in your local environment. And that's what we were just talking about. Look, don't try and reach out too far, because you lose your leverage. Keep it close to home right now. Stay in your environment and work with what you have. So that's my message from that deck. I mean, it's just clear as day. I don't even have to try and Okay. Now, I'm going to get us an oracle card. I really, really love this deck. Okay, besides the artwork, all the notations in this book are they're just so thoughtful. And like I said, I did shuffle all these decks, but I feel the need to do one more distribution. Okay, now let's look at the bottom of the deck and see what the overall theme of this is. Faith in the process, another number 5, y'all. Faith in the process. Look, sometimes you just got to let things play out. Don't try and tinker with everything, because especially if it ain't your business. If it's not your personal business, definitely pull your arms back in, pull your energy back in, and start working with what you've got for your own life, because that is the way that we help the collective get back on an even keel. Okay, and you know what, as far as the world is concerned, we haven't been on an even keel in a really long time, but we do definitely, in this new age, in this new astrological setup, we have an opportunity to absolutely bring things more into balance. We absolutely have the opportunity to change the direction of our sails and stop purposefully going through the choppy water and get on some smooth water for a change. But do it for yourself first. And I just noticed that fan over there is moving the camera. I hope it doesn't disturb you too much. I'm sorry about that, but I had to have it on. Next time I'll redirect it, but we're heavy into this reading. So, all right, so 32. Faith in the process. Have faith in your journey. Have faith in process. Don't be too impatient with life. Don't be too impatient with your manifestations coming, because we are at our most distracted ever in the universe collectively. Okay, we really are. At least that's my opinion. So I'm not saying that's an easy thing to sit back, take your hands off the wheel, and trust source, but that is exactly what we need to be doing right now. If you want to do yourself any good, for sure, but if you'd like to also contribute to the whole, that's what we need to do. Okay, so let's just see what I love this when this happens, y'all. And all these other cards are telling you, look around and be grateful for what you got. You have everything you need at this moment to proceed. What is already with you? Number 8. Well, that's a 17, but that's an 8. What is already with you? So don't sit around anymore. And that's the other thing. Don't sit around anymore waiting for stuff to come, waiting for everybody else to settle down, waiting for something to come through. Look around in your immediate environment. See what it is that you can practically do in your environment to make you feel like you've got momentum going in the right direction, okay? Because it works wonders. Even if it's like, I don't know. If you're a cook and you're trying to get a cooking show or something, go bake something. I know it sounds so overly simplistic, but when you make those small actions, they're energetically charged in the right direction, okay? So like for me, I am a walking cottage industry. I'm a painter. I'm a cook. I make jewelry. I do all kinds of little stuff. So for me, it's like I'm just going to go to one of my stations when my mind gets so drawn out and I'm watching the Midas touch and I'm watching all these things and I'm starting to go, oh man, not again. And I'm starting to have those feelings of like, are you kidding me? Those lower vibrations. I put on the birds, or I put on some music and I go to one of my stations and I do something practical. And you might feel like, well, this is not doing any good. I mean, I get that all the time when I try to paint. It's like, this does not matter in the universe. And then the wise self in me goes, yes, it does. Anything you get any joy or satisfaction from, true satisfaction, that satisfaction of accomplishment, anything you get that feeling from, no matter how small it is a huge vibration toward evening things out in the collective as well as your own life. Okay, so let's look this up real quick. Number 17. Look, it just came right up. Okay. You hold in your hand that which you seek. You just haven't manifested it in the 3D yet, but you got it. Vibratorily, if you want something, you've got it. And if it's practically possible and it's good for your best evolution on this planet, it will come to pass. So that other card, have some patience with the process, okay? And it might seem like it might not seem like you have much to start with. Perhaps you feel that all you have right now is small and simple choice to make, or something small to do, or that little crisp to bake, or for me, I'm going to go make a bracelet, okay? A conversation to have, an email to send, a sketch to start. However small, it's enough to get the ball rolling. Hello, kitty. I hear an echo in here. All right, so look, don't make the mistake of believing that what you need is behind you or so far away that you can't make it manifest. All right, you have all that you need to take the next step in your life, and from that, all else will flow. Okay. You like my eyebrows, John? I drew them on pretty good today. Okay, so that makes me happy. I hope it made you happy. And we got one more card I'm going to pull, and this is from my trusted little friends in the Grace card deck. Okay, so yeah, what a great reading. And y'all, I've done a couple of personal readings because I'm going through stuff too. All right, I got a lot of changes coming up in the next month or so, and we might all have that. A lot of us might have that coming up. And I will say that the energies, wait a minute, we gotta turn. The energies may have been a little weird and testy, little anxiety ridden, certainly because of the dramas of the world, but maybe even in your personal life. We're not quite out of that yet, but I promise you, come like the 3rd week of January, things are going to start to show themselves. Information's going to come in. The vibration is going to change, and I can't remember what planets are doing what. I will put links down in the pinned comments section below so that you can go check out the deets on all of that. But there are some planetary changes and shifting going on that is absolutely going to change all of the energy. Now, a caveat with that though, it's going to make it speed up a little bit. But look, this is stuff that you've been needing. This is stuff that you've been wanting. And you know what? You know, when we sit around or we wait for something and something is taking so long, when it happens, it feels like it just happens in an instant. But these things that are going to unfold for you, they have been brewing for a very long time. So be very mindful of your inclination to be surprised and upset or disturbed or discombobulated. Okay, keep yourself steady and just remember that everything is as it should be for your ultimate expression on this planet, and that's the whole name of this game. Okay, so let me do this, and then I think I did mention the 13th. That's a big Cancer full moon. Please be mindful of the way that you react and the way that your fears and your anxieties influence the way that you react and express to other people, especially under this heavy emotional influence, okay? But also, not only that, give yourself a break. Take a little breath when you want to respond. Don't send that email right away. Just give it a minute. I hope I didn't wipe off my eyebrows. Just give it a minute. Take a breath and think not twice, but maybe 3 or 4 times about responding to situations or people, because they are under the same influence. They're going to be throwing stuff out, but you know better, okay? They may not be apprised of all this, and they're just under that energetic influence. So somebody who is already, that was my stomach if you heard that. Somebody who's already an emotional dynamic person, well, they're going to be more than that, okay? So if you know this about somebody or yourself, use a little extra caution so that you don't put yourself through unnecessary drama. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Sometimes I just want to take this card out of the deck, because when it wants to talk to you, it keeps coming up. This thing has come up like 3 times in the last 2 days, okay? Perception. And that's a lot. Perception. I mean, look, there's a lot of cards in this deck, all right? See the past through the lens of grace. All that occurs is designed to support our spiritual evolution. Look, your perception of how things have gone in your world is your choice. And you can continue to beat the drum of victimhood by telling yourself, well, I've been done wrong, and my parents were mean, and I wasn't born into wealth, and that's one of mine, and I started with nothing. Blah, blah, blah. You can continue to beat that drum, or you can realize that every single thing that you've put yourself through, every fire that you started energetically and walked through, every single situation that you've had with another human being, all of that stuff was, I know it's hard to take sometimes, but it was on purpose, and it is for your best evolution on this planet. And the only difference between it not really affecting your life in that way is your perception of it. If you believe that you've been a victim in life, then your vibration, you will carry that vibratorily. You will be a victim in life, and you will attract circumstances that will compound that sentiment for you. Or you can just absolutely be pragmatic and look at these experiences you've had in life. Know that, look, it is. So it was supposed to be. There was nothing that happened, nothing you experienced that you didn't need to experience to be where you are right now. And where you are right now is perfection. Do you have everything you think you want and you need? Probably not. Are you where you wanted to be in life? Maybe not. But every single thing that you've experienced up to this point has been on purpose for your best evolution on this planet. And the only reason it would not feel like that is your perception. Okay, so that's huge, to be able to choose. You choose the way you see things. Okay, so believe in that. Try and believe that you are being crafted. Your spirit set all of this up for you to learn. Everything that you've been through was for you to have a skill set to take forward, so that you don't continue to feel trampled on, you don't continue to feel like a victim, you don't continue to feel like people don't do you right, you won't continue to draw those circumstances to yourself. When you start to be strong and pragmatic within your own core, you attract that in your world. And then you're not constantly got your little wristbands going pew 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 pew, stop coming at me, because you don't notice it coming at you. You know, it's like, you know, I had a dream a long time ago where people were coming at me, and there was a lot of traffic, and there was these guys on the back of a truck standing up with guns, and they were like shooting at me. And you know what I did in the dream? This is like priceless. And I hope you made it to this part of the video, because this is such a good story. In the dream, I saw one just shoot right at me. And you know what I did? I went, and the bullet went right past me and hit some guy. I'm pretty sure. And my sentiment in the dream was, well, that was one of theirs, you know. And look, move your energy out of the way of all that incoming, because you can do it, you know. You don't have to stand there and take the bullets. And it's up to the way you feel about your life. It's up to the way you think about how you've experienced things, okay? It was all for your betterment. I promise, okay? All right. Girls and boys, thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. If you got anything out of this video, please hit that like button, because it really does help the channel. I appreciate that. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing maybe. That would be great. And, you know, share the video if you care to, because this is a good one. It's timely. We're all in it, okay? And I would love for this particular message to get to as many people as possible. So if you have anybody in your world who would not normally be on YouTube and seeing any of this, plus the fact that I'm quite a small channel, so I sometimes get lost in that, a lot of times get lost in the huge sea of good stuff on YouTube. Yeah, share it with them. You know, and let them hear the good news, the little good news for a change, that you got this, all right, y'all, thank you again for being here. I love you dearly. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I will see you soon.